Super welcome, everyone. Hello, yes, we are so happy we've gathered once again. It's time for us, but we are only so please let's get everyone on board. A time is up for us to commence tonight's project. Thank you. Tonight's business is exceptional as always, and so please let's invite everyone to get on board. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon.
Hello, you're all welcome.
Hello.
Success from Lagos, you are all welcome.
All our great leaders. Good evening, good afternoon, concerning where you are from.
Madam
I am Eunice Omitola from Nigeria.
Good evening, you're welcome.
Evening, Kostre from South Africa.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, leaders.
Good evening.
I'm here.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, we are doing well. Yes. Good to see you all.
Good evening, Rosina from Ghana.
Yeah,
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. And so let's use our mic so that we can start this program. Thank you, everyone. We mute our mics so that we can start this program. Family, please let's mute our mics. Let's mute our mics. Thank you so much. Thank you. And it's the 18th day of June 2025, and we thank God for the gift of life. A very good evening, good afternoon, everyone, depending on your time zone. Yes, you are especially welcome to today's virtual call. This is CTC, known as Creative Time Center. This is a platform that offers an ordinary online user the opportunity to convert their online activities to cash. Wednesdays are scheduled for Web3 Academy. Yes, management has the dedicated time and much resources into the education of the community so that we can all be on the same page in the monetization zone. Let's get our pens and notebooks available, and let's get on some notes so that we can better equip ourselves and so safeguard our assets. Our co-founders may not be able to join us on the call today due to ongoing tasks, and so our great leaders will walk us through today's program. In addition, we'll have time for Q&A to address and answer our challenges and questions respectively. Kindly note, when given the opportunity, you can ask just one question and a maximum of 1 minute will be allotted for that. And so let's be guided as such. If you are new here, you are super welcome to CTC. Please pay attention to every detail of our program. This program is going, this movement is going for the next 56 years and beyond. We are 7 months into it, and so let's journey together. Our white paper has the full details of our roadmap. You can find it integrated on our BitToken app as well. Please be guided by it. We want to announce that we are equally streaming live on our YouTube, Facebook, and Telegram handles. Kindly let us like, subscribe, and share. My name is Lillian Heffron Benjamin, your moderator for today. And with me here is Queen Hamdia to do the French interpretation for our Francophone community. Without taking much of the time, I welcome our own great leader, Julius, all the way from Ghana, West Africa, the land of gold, to give us insight in the Web3 economy. Thank you so much for your attention, Leader Julius, and the stage is yours, sir. Thank you.
So, good evening, good afternoon. Greetings to everybody, wherever you are, depending on your time zone. I hope I am audible.
Yes, sir, please, yeah. Thank you.
So, my name is Julius Yosenhoga. Please, team, permit me to be off camera because I am not exactly at home. I'm somewhere, but I had to hold the fort, the fort for my brother Victor, and that's why. So, but as I mentioned, I am from Ghana, and I am supposed to lead us to discuss few things on the Web3 space. And when the call came to me, I thought through and I decided to bring three things to our notice, or bring three things for us to discuss. The first one is about evolution of money. Where has money started from? And is cryptocurrency a money? And is BTC a money? And the second one is what at all is this cryptocurrency? The third one, if we realize the value that it is money, how do we keep it? I hope I am audible.
Yes, please, you are. We can hear you. Thank you.
Okay. So we all agree that money is a very important thing in the life of humanity. And money is the lifeline of human race. Let me put it that way, minus God. And so all of us hold money very dearly. And everybody who finds money never want to let it go. But it occurred to me as if most of us are not seeing the real value of BTT. And that probably is because we don't know the value of cryptocurrency. And probably is because we don't know how money has evolved up to this point. And we are thinking that cryptocurrency is some kind of leaf being blown by the air and it will drop somewhere and that ends it. So I bring to submit to you that money actually started long ago. And those of us who are a bit aged know that money started from the time that our great-great-grandfathers were doing barter trades. Okay? And they use all kind of things to exchange for value. So money actually today, me and you, or this community, this CTC community can decide that we want to use rubber for money as a medium of exchange. And once it is agreed and we are using it as a medium of exchange, it has become money. So the rubber we see it would have to change immediately because it has become a thing of value that we use to exchange items of value. So in the olden day, they use barter to trade. They do barter trade anything at all. Then you will realize that along the line, it has revolved from barter trade and became a commodity-based trading. Now they had to use commodities to trade, to exchange things of value. Okay, commodities were used as currencies. Commodities like cattle, like grains, like goats, and every other thing, gold and silver, they were now being used to exchange things. So people bring things to the market, then another one brings a goat, and he comes to use it to exchange for corn. And they were really seeing the value of it. It evolved from that point and became a coin. They started to use these little coins, these metallic coins, for medium of exchange. Today, money has actually evolved through all that, came to paper, became plastic, now became a fiat currency now as we are using. And I can tell you for a fact that it is evolving from this point and has gotten to the point of becoming digital, and cryptocurrency is taking the space. So I want to submit to you that do not see cryptocurrency as a thing, as just something. You need to spend time to understand and value it and know that cryptocurrency is money. And in a very not distant future, cryptocurrency will take over fiat money because it is very fast in usage. It is not controlled by any other intermediary person. And it is easy to use. Okay. So cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, which started Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, all of them running on their own blockchains, are all money. And BTT, as we have come to see, as our developers and as our leaders, our dearest Coach Ben and Presido and Co have spent time to develop and brought to us, I want you to realize that this thing is money. If you value that money you put at the Ghana Commercial Bank or whatever bank you put that money, I want you to know that you need to value cryptocurrency and BTT as such, or even more. Because your money at the commercial bank is being controlled by the commercial bank. In Ghana, something that happened not quite long. People who save money with some banks have gotten all their monies. I will not use the word squandered, but bent off, vanished into thin air. You have your cryptocurrency, you have your BTT, you keep it in your wallet, you value it. Let the whole world collapse. If it is you alone that is left, you have access to your money. So I want us to begin to tune our mind. Those of us who are still seeing BTT as something and doing all sorts of things and want to just get it today, sell it today and go. I want us to change our mind and come to realize that money has evolved from somewhere else and has gotten to cryptocurrency era. And BTT is a cryptocurrency which is money and will stay forever. It is the medium that can make you a billionaire within the shortest possible time. Okay, so the importance of us looking at it as such and keep it is why I am speaking to you. That BTT ought to be reverend, ought to be held in high esteem, ought to be kept with all seriousness and be guided also aside. So in short, money has evolved from somewhere, has gotten to cryptocurrency, and BTT is not out of the race. BTT is one of them. Now, just as you keep your money safe, there is the need for you also to know that you have to keep your cryptocurrency, whether it is Bitcoin, whether it is BTT, whichever cryptocurrency you have, there is the need for you to keep it safely and be very vigilant in handling it. Two ways of keeping it. Can keep it on a centralized exchange or keep it on a decentralized exchange. I hope I am audible.
Yes, sir, please, you are. We can hear you. We can hear
Thank you.
Sir. Thank you.
Okay. So I will use BTT as a test case in this sense, that we have all come to realize that BTT is our money. So you have BTT, you can keep it on a centralized exchange or a decentralized exchange. They are called wallets. They are called We can call them our online bank. Okay. And the difference between the two is what I want to let you know. Now, most of us know about Binance. Most of us know also about, how do you call it? Trust wallet. Some know about Phantom wallet. Some know about KuCoin. Some know about Btt and all that. A decentralized exchange, or I will say a decentralized wallet, because once it is an exchange, you have a wallet in there. It is that exchange that is decentralized, as the name sounds. It is not controlled by any particular company. Unlike a centralized exchange like Binance, which is actually controlled by the Binance company. So if you have your coin on Binance exchange, somebody is managing your asset for you. Somebody is managing that money for you. Somebody is holding it there safe for you. But if you have it on a decentralized exchange, you have full control over that money by yourself. I'm using the word money because BTT is money. Cryptocurrency is money. So that is the reason why you have to keep your password, your key phrase, and all those things that allow you to have access to your money very, very, very safe. You don't joke with it at all. You don't release it to any person at all. You don't even give it to your husband. I'm saying that to let you know how very important. Is somebody saying hello? Hello?
Yeah, Leader Julius, carry on.
Okay. We can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, you're audible.
Okay, so I am saying that to let you know how very, very important you have to keep your phrase if it comes to centralized exchange. You remember if any of you had created an account on Trust Wallet, there is a passphrase, they ask you to keep it. And at this point, I want to submit to you that do not keep those phrases on your phone. Do not keep them on your Google Drive. Do not keep them in your email, thinking that you want to have access to it quickly. Take a book and write them and make sure that you don't miss any of the words. If you put it on your phone, if it is online, if it is actually on the online space, whether on your Google Drive, on your phone, or in your email, it can be hacked. People have a way of getting into your phones, getting into your emails, looking for only those informations to go and withdraw your money. The target may not be you directly, but those AIs can find that phrase. And once they find it, your money is gone. That has happened recently to a friend who mined Pi and had about, I think he said he had about 15,000 Pi. Just in a day, in less than 3 minutes, all of the money went out of the account, boom, 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 like that. Because somebody somewhere managed to get his phrase. So keep your phrase tight and make sure that you don't release it. Nobody anywhere should tell you that he wants your phrase to help you correct something on your account or something. They will steal your money. The advantage that the centralized exchange probably has is that you can trade there, you can do your P2P there, and have the money directly onto those of us who want it onto our phones. That is the only advantage they have there. So most people now have their money. Most people have their money on the decentralized exchange, and anytime they need it, they move it onto the centralized exchange, sell it on the spot, and take it for use. Many people now do not keep money on the centralized exchanges any longer, except that they are trading with it. So do not keep your Btt token in any account where you know that you don't have full control over it, where you know that you cannot really control it. That's why I'm very, very happy that CTC will very soon develop its own exchanger. And it is going to be massive. And that is one of the reasons why you must not play with CTC and the Btt token. And I believe that with all the security measures they are taking now, if it gets to the point of implementing the exchange, the security will be top notch. Okay, so take care of your seed phrase. If you are using a centralized exchange like Binance, KuCoin, and others, make sure that you have your 2FA, two-factor authenticator. There is a security feature that you need to guide your money. And so make sure that you have all those things. And so nobody can just go into that account. Make sure that you do it such a way that if somebody is logging into the account, you can get a prompt. So those are the things I want to bring to your attention. And finally, to let you know that Leader Gamson had said it before that when Bitcoin started.
Hello, sir. We can't hear you again. You're like.
Oh, then it may be from your end because we can hear him audibly. Madam, please, it may be from your end. Nigeria, please, we can hear you. Thank you.
Oh, okay. So I was saying that Leader Gamson once said that when Bitcoin started, he heard about it and he messed up. And I am one of those people who messed up big. And I want to join him to appeal to you that BTT will do more than you can think. Do not behave like we did. We took it for granted. And because everything online, everything cryptocurrency, people say it's a scam. Cryptocurrency is a scam. And so we just let it go like that. And now look at the value of one Bitcoin. So do not joke with BTT. Know that it is money. Hold it dear to your heart. Keep it safely. If it is on a centralized exchange where you can trade, make sure that you have your password very securely. Make sure that you have your Google authenticators. Make sure that you have a perfect and a top-notch security that makes sure that that fund is very safe. If it is on a decentralized exchange like Trust Wallet, and others, SafePal, make sure that you have the seed fridge well secured. And I want to repeat that never save it on your notepad, never save it on your email, on your phone, or somewhere, because it can easily be taken over. Finally, know this thing that BTT is not just a coin. Very, very soon you will realize that it is going to be running on one of the greatest blockchains. And if you miss BTT, I bet you will regret it. I want to submit to you that hold BTT dearly to your heart. I think I've spent enough time now, Leader Lillian.
Yes, sir. Yes, you've done justice to it for us. Yes.
Yes, so I will end it here to summarize it, to tell you that know that cryptocurrency is money. Money has evolved from somewhere, from barter through to this point. And so BTT is a cryptocurrency and it is money. The way you hold your money, your physical money, your fiat money dear to your heart, and plan for it to be able to take care of future needs, BTT can do more than that. Hold your exchanges where that is your wallet, where you keep your BTT. Make sure that you hold them very, very securely. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our great leader, Julius. Yes, indeed, money being the medium of exchange has evolved, and in our time, money has gone digital. Thank God we are in on time, so let's grab the opportunity to have more of it safely on our blockchain wallet. This is Web3. You own your assets and liabilities as well. And so let's be vigilant. Many thanks, great leader. We are so much appreciative to you. You are a real gem in this community. God richly bless you, sir.
Thank you, Leader Lillian.
Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, I appreciate you. Yes. And so moving on, we invite Crypto Lab to get us another insight about our tokenomics. Crypto Lab, please, if you are available, over to you, sir. The stage is yours.
Yeah, good evening, Madam Lily.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, all the leaders and all the great community members that are keeping this project going. Like I always say, without you, there is no CTC. We've gone so far in this journey. It's been a few months that this project started, and you can agree with me that we've made tremendous progress in every ramification. The challenges inclusive. Thank you so much, Leader Julius, for that wonderful presentation. Tonight, I've been thinking of so many things, to share with the community from my heart, because I've been privileged to now, unfortunately, work as both support and the customer care, because some person because of handle was shared in the group, so people bombard me with a lot of questions and inquiries, and that have given me opportunity also to have a first hand when it comes to Web3. And we try as much as possible to see how we can also address those issues and support people who we need to be supported. And because of that, I want to share something in that angle so that at least some people who are new in crypto space will benefit for it. Let me start by the case that the Victor built on and last one of I think that was I think last family or on Web3. I think one of the Web3 shared it when he built a case on the journey of Solana from I think 2020 till where they are today. We see the ups and down regulations. There was a time they had an attack. There was a time that they were sued by SEC, and those processes get them to where they are. Almost exactly that same incident happened to Binance. Binance started their journey 2017/2018. And originally, Binance actually started, in China. But because of regulatory issues, they operated in UK, they operated in Japan, in the US, and because of some issues they were having, they tried to navigate through all those curves. There was a time actually, the CEO was fined of money laundering in the US, which actually took him to prison. He later came out, resigned as CEO of Binance. He went through that hurdles, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is that today Binance is one of the biggest exchange in the world. Does billions in dollars every month, and profit in millions of dollars every month, and transact millions of dollars in transaction every day. They moved from where they started at 10 cents and got to all-time high of almost $700 per one. The Solana in which our brother Victor built on that day started around, it's just few cents, and they got an all-time high of $268 or thereabout. Now, one thing important in the whole of this thing, in 2013, when they came up, started around 13 cents, all-time high of almost $4,000. Bitcoin, same trajectory. But in between the lines of those price action, one thing people have failed to understand is the time frame. When you have a good project, time is always the bridge. It's not only in crypto, but other areas, be it a good product or good services. If you have a good product or a good service, unless you have built a wonderful and amazing product, you might not start making, turnover in millions of dollars or millions of naira that same day you built it. It's a process. It's a process. As the day goes by, you keep on doing what you are doing right. The market gets traction. The product is being known by many people. And at the end of the day, it becomes a household name. And that product ranks millions and millions and millions in revenue. monthly, annually, and otherwise. That same thing is applicable to cryptocurrency. The beautiful thing about it is that if you're able to build a very solid project and the project continues to do what it's promised to do, the difference between where the price is when they started and where it will be in near future, it's just time. It's just time. And I can tell you that there is very few cryptocurrency. I say this without being biased. I'm being very honest. Right from the first day Btoken started, or I started, looking into Btoken, talking about it, I do it without being biased. I'm kind of person that I am a very hard, not to crack. You can hardly get me into something, no matter whatever it will benefit me. I've done a deal of $21 million that will happen in not just one, it will happen in tranches. $21 million, if I earn only 10% there, that is about $250 million. A young boy from Nigeria, that's a whole lot of money. I can go with escorts. I can go with security details every day of my life. But I told it that because it wasn't something solid. It's something that I know that yes, I will make money, but it won't last and people will cry. So I'm talking about Btoken not being biased because I can be able to see by the grace of God the future of this project. But time is just the bridge. That's what I want a lot of people to understand, because sometimes some people inbox me, how will I cash out? I am not seeing withdrawal. I will ask them, okay, for you to make a withdrawal, you're supposed to have minimum of $10 in your account on your USDT balance, so that immediately you have up to that, the withdrawal will just appear. And the person will tell me, I don't have withdrawal. How do I sell my token? I say, okay, you can sell a P2. How many Btoken do you have? Some people will tell me I have 40 Btoken. I have 30 Btoken. I have 20 Btoken. I'll say, I will advise you. The Btoken you have, if you sell it, it cannot be up to $10. I will advise you, just keep your Btoken, keep on mining. While you mine and wait, the coin will have more value. And also by that time, also you have accumulated more Btoken. All right. I understand that people have needs. People want to eat, especially if you're living in Africa. A lot of people survive every day by what comes their way. You survive. People live, below $1 a day in this continent. So many things. I understand that. However, when we also find out that, okay, what we have now cannot be a fruit, we can convert it to be a seed. All right. So I try to let them know, keep your Btoken, mine more, be patient. I know you need money, but even if you sell, you cannot be able to withdraw it because it's too small. All right. Some people they will be upset, they want to say this, but it's just the truth. And my wish is that by the grace of God, some people can be able to keep this token, the little they can be able to keep. I'm not saying nobody should sell. No, I don't advocate that. If you have good amount of Btoken and you feel that you want to sell some to maybe take care of yourself for the meantime, fine, it's good. But I am against people just trying to dump the coin, feeling that those coins they used to get, they let them just cash out and go and jump into another project. I used to tell people that you can jump into 1,000 projects. I have not found a project like Btoken. I can tell you this by fact. You can jump from one Btoken to another, because in every season you might have like 2,000 projects came in. Out of that 2,000 project that came in, maybe it's just 10 that will give people money. We will give people money, maybe randomly give people money. And out of that 10 that give people money, it is one or all right. And those projects that give people mega money, they hardly come back. And whenever you see one that can give you good money, the question is also, how do I now identify those ones that can give people money? All right. One of the way you identify them is, one, the people that are building this project, somehow, by their actions, by their policies, all the things they are doing, you can be able to decode, oh, this is where people are going. There's some projects you know that people are just, from their actions, everything they are doing, you know they're after money. Also, there's some projects you will see, you will know that this will want to follow trends. Like when tap came, most of the developers just jump in, created a project, just wasting people time because it was a tap phase, and people are jumping in. I didn't tap anything. Yes, I didn't, because by grace of God, I have good insight in this space. So when I look at some of the projects, when I look at even the tokenomics, I look at the total supply, I look at the mechanism they put in place, I find that this thing doesn't worth my time. Yes, I'll make money, but how much will I make? So when you look at a project that is driven by impact, legacy, people who want to build legacy, you hardly find those projects. All right. Like Binance is a legacy project right from the one. Yun Chimpyong, the CEO of Binance, when you see the pattern of building that project, what he wanted to do actually was that when Ethereum built their blockchain, it was so expensive for you to transact on Ethereum network. And the CEO of Binance found out that this is a major problem. This is something that will actually be a big problem in the industry, because for people to transact on Ethereum network, they have to pay with their nose. He said, okay, can I develop a technology where people can now nest their project, bridge their project? They don't need to build their own blockchain. They can just plug into it and play. And also it will be cheaper. Transaction will be cheaper. That was one of the things in his mind. And he was able to accomplish that. It was a legacy project. In fact, it was Binance that made transaction very easy. It was that Binance that brought down the transaction fee. It was Binance that actually created a platform for a lot of developers to nest their coin in their platform without spending much money, without building their own blockchain. It was a legacy project. And over time, you also see some of those legacy projects, and it comes once in a, sometimes it comes once in 5 years, sometimes they come once in 3 years, sometimes they come once in 2 years. And I believe, without being biased, that Btoken is one of those legacy projects. Will we have challenges? Sure. It's part of it. In fact, when you are doing anything and there's no challenges, you should be asking yourself questions. Maybe you're not doing something worthwhile. Will there be hiccups here and there? Yes, really in tech space, there are a lot of things. There are a lot of things. You can create an amazing, you can code an amazing thing, and just one bug can mix it up. But what is important is that, are these people determined? Are these people focused? Are they building something worthwhile? Are they determined to see that thing come to pass? That's one thing that is important. Now our app is working, everybody's relaxed, nobody's talking about it. But remember, there's a day that will have a bug. There's a day that will have a technical glitches. what will you do that day? You know, when the P2P started, I was checking the whole platforms. You know, you see people reactions negatively. I was like, wow, these people that are shouting Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna to see the Bitcoin, shouting to management, Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna. All of a sudden, most of them now are shouting, crucify him, crucify them, crucify them, crucify them. No, it ought not to be so. In as much as our emotions is involved, we should also employ our intellect. We should also bring our rationality in whatever we are doing. As a business person or you are working in an organization, you should be able to know that, oh, there's some things that we plan that might not go that way we plan it because of some factors. Sometimes some factors beyond your control. Yeah, some of them might be your own personal mistake. Some of them might be something that you don't know about. So when those things happen, we should be rational enough to say, oh, yeah, it's true. This have happened, but what is the way forward? I know we can stand with the management. We can stand with this project because we believe in this project. We can stand with them and make it a better project because in my language, they said a tree doesn't make a forest. You know, and somebody said, he said a shepherd doesn't give birth to sheep. It's sheep that give birth to sheep. What that means is that at every level, we have our own role to play. Your own role to play in this project might be encouragement. Your own role to play in this project might be to believe in it. Your own role may be to support people who are naive, who doesn't know their left and right in this space. You support them the way you can. I support thousands of people. Oh, let me not say thousands. I support a lot of people every day. Some of them, even some questions that the ordinary they shouldn't ask because the presenters are doing a great job every. But sometimes when I look at it, if I want to ignore the person, my conscience will not allow me. I'll still go help and support. I don't know them from anywhere, you know, but it's my own little contribution to this ecosystem because I believe in it. I know that time is just the bridge by grace of God. That being said, I want to give everybody in this call an expo. I want to give everybody in this call an expo. Please, this is not an official advice from management. This is my personal opinion based on what I've seen about this project, based on the past experiences, based on what is obtainable in this industry. So I am saying this with a disclaimer. I have sit down and analyze the current stage of this project. Side by side, the way this project is being programmed for us to get this token called BTT. I've sat down and make analysis, and I started taking small steps to put myself in advantage. What did I find out? I found out that if time is not taken, in the next two months, if you are mining this coin, whatever you are mining, if you are mining this coin from next 2 months upwards, it will take you like maybe 2 years to get the amount of coin you got, or some of us got in the last 6 months. And even in the next 2 years, or even in the next 1 year, for you to get the amount of coin you got 6 months ago, it might take you 5 years to get that kind of coin. But I discovered something. I found out that one of the easiest way for you to get this coin in this season and beyond is from the staking platform. So what I do when I have a spare USDT, I will buy BTT and stake. I'll buy BTT and stake. And I found out that this BTT now that I am staking is earning me more BT token than what I'm mining currently. You know, this adage of the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, sometimes it's a national phenomenon. One, because the rich, sometimes they have the resources financially and also intellectual. They understand how things work in the marketplace. They know how to deploy their resources to get more naturally. They take calculated risk. Yes, what I'm taking is a calculated risk. Somebody can say, okay, now because I have not sold any one of my Bit token, I stake them because there's something I'm not. This is not an advice. I'm not saying you should stake all of Bit token, please. It's my personal decision. Am I aware that there's a risk in it? Yes, I'm aware, fully aware. But like I used to tell us at the beginning of this project, then I said I traded forex, and there's what you call risk to reward ratio. When you do your risk to reward ratio analysis, you say, okay, if I play the trade of $10, I use the $10 to play the trade, and if this trade go on my favor, there's possibility that I'm going to make $1,000. Then, if this trade go against me, if I use my stop loss, the highest I can lose is $5. That means your risk to reward ratio is good, because if this risk I'm taking go my direction, I'm going out with $1,000. But if it go against me, the worst can happen is I lose $5. So you can see that the risk to reward ratio is good. It's a good risk to take, and you fire down. So my risk to reward ratio in my buying to stake and staking on my coin is this. Yes, if what I predicted about BitToken didn't happen, yeah, I might lose maybe time. Maybe time I would have sold my coin and use it to maybe invest in some other things. Or the money I'm supposed to invest somewhere else, I invested in BitToken. But I projected that, okay, if I invest this certain amount of money by buying BitToken to stake, it will not only give me the privilege to have this coin when the value is high, but also the coin will give me more coin. There's one of my, because I stake 2 years, I did 6 months, I did 1 year. My coin, the one I did for 2 years, is giving me 200%. What that means is that if I stake 10,000 token, for instance, it will give me extra 20,000 token. Imagine that. Just imagine 20,000 token in 2 years, in 24 months. If I'm lucky enough that in 2 years or in that 24 months, if I'm lucky enough that this coin become $20, $30, $50 in 24 months, just punch your calculator. $50 times 20,000 coin. I'll buy some villages if I want to buy it then. If it goes on my favor. All right. Now, even if it didn't get to that amount, remember, I have my principal coin that I stake, and also I have what it's giving me interest or giving me reward. So when you go to that point, no matter how much the coin is, but I'm so bullish, by the grace of God, I'm so bullish about this project. I know that what we have in this ecosystem, with the support of the community, and as management launch out to decentralized exchange, launch out to centralized exchange and activate marketing mechanism. Crypto YouTuber begin to make noise about this project. I'm optimistic that this project is going to be one of the good projects in the market. It's a project that any crypto investor will look at and say, no, I need to get a piece of this pie. That's my personal analysis. And that is what makes me to do what I do. And one good thing about staking is this. Staking gives you natural discipline. For instance, no matter how I'm tempted, no matter how I need money, that one I stake for 24 months, there's no way I can have access to it. I can only get thank God I can get my staking reward every day. I'll be taking it till you get to that 24 months. But the initial capital, initial Bit token that I staked, I cannot have access to it